Hi there, so a couple of my subscribers have asked for an update on the slow stitch scroll, and here it is. So I thought I'd show you some of the materials that I've been using. I will link the video in the description and at the end so that you can see how I made the original scroll itself, so that I'd got a backing to put all these beautiful ingredients onto. So this is the little bag that I've been carrying around with me when I go out to see the buns, and I've got just some very neutral coloured threads and various bits and bobs in there. And I started off using silk basically. So this is some silk that I've had in the pouch, and also some lovely satin silk, and this was actually free, so I'll link where I got that from just in case you wanted to have a look at that too. I have been using some old sweaters, that's cashmere wool, and also some pieces of ribbon and some lace as well, some of which I've taken from some garments. And this is some sari silk, and the great thing about this is it's almost like a little robe, so you can sort of couch it down and leave it bunched up, or you can open it out. The whole thing I've been putting in this lovely little mesh bag, because it's really easy to sort of pick up and carry with me, and I can stuff it away really quickly when I'm tidying away. And I put in there one of my little slow stitched needle cases as well, with those teeny tiny little scissors that I showed you the other day. So this is the scroll itself, and you can see it's got quite nice and chunky now, and all those lovely materials are sort of, they spill out over the top of it, which makes it very lovely and tactile. And I think this is sort of the ultimate fidget toy really for people who sew, because it really calms the mind, and you can squish it and play with it, and it's just really lovely and soft and just a joy to play with really when you've done some stitching. Now I've not quite finished it. I'm sure I will be adding some more. I've already added a little bit more lace, and also I'm probably going to add some tapestry wool to it as well, perhaps couching some down. I don't want to use any materials that aren't nice and soft and touchable, so I probably will steer away from the metallic thread, even though I really want to, because I think that would add some lovely bling to it. But I just want this to be like a stress toy, like a squeezy toy, something very enjoyable to feel, something that sort of softens my nerves when I touch it, hence I'm using all the silk when I've been working on it. I have used a little bit of cotton in there as well, but the silk is just so beautiful to touch. That satin silk is amazing. So the stitches, I decided to stick some very, very simple stitches. So you can see that basically it's mainly running stitch, and straight stitch basically, and sort of a variation on the way that I've been adding that. So I've been doing it in rows, and then alternating to doing it horizontally and vertically, so that it just added a little bit of interest. And although it's still a straight stitch, it's sort of almost a seed stitch on the cotton itself, and it just adds that weight to the fabric, because it sort of adds a density with the thread being on there as well. So it's absolutely lovely to touch. You can see here the silk satin, that was the first piece I think that I put on. It's so lovely, and I just used just a little a straight stitch on there, just doing it in stripes, and that, because I've got the wadding underneath it, the batting underneath it, it just makes it sort of slightly puffy. And then I did add some cotton on the bottom there, and did what is sort of a seed stitch, still a straight stitch really, and then just added some extra pieces of silk, because I just really enjoyed using that silk, and of course the cashmere wool, which is absolutely lovely to work with because it is so utterly soft, and that's from a recycled jumper. You can see the white of the lace there that's left on the actual bobbin itself, and I wanted to keep that very clean and show exactly what it was like to start with. So it just reminds me how much I've added to it. You can see the look on the lace on the other side, on the underside, and I'm keeping it like that. I was going to cover it, but I've decided to keep it that way. Now there are a couple of occasions where I've accidentally left a loop or a little knot. In the main I could feel as I was going along, and that didn't happen, but occasionally when the thread caught a little bit, I did actually leave a bit of a loop, unfortunately, on the other side. But you know, it's not supposed to be perfect, and I'm embracing the imperfection of this, so I'm just going to leave those in. I could snip them and maybe thread them through so that it's not so obvious, but in the main there are only a couple of them left, so I'm not too bothered about it. So that's the scroll itself. I think it worked really well, and it's just so tactile, lovely and soft, with that silk and the wool sort of spilling out over the back, and it's so squishy and lovely to hold. So if you've enjoyed seeing this, I would appreciate a thumbs up, and feel free to subscribe, and I will post updates in the future. Should you wish to see them, make sure that you've clicked that notification bell so that you can get notified when I upload new videos. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Do give me a thumbs up. I'm packing all my stuff away now, but I'll be adding a little bit more lace and possibly that tapestry wool onto it, so I'll do an update video at some point in the future. You take care, I hope you're having some crafty fun, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!